Yeah, let's go. Let's kick off. Host. Do some hosting.
Doing it. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Saint Misbehavin', the podcast about saints from people who are not. I am your host, Matthew Shadorn, and I am joined, as always, by my co-host and nemesis-sister, Anna Domini. Anna, how are you doing today?
I am good. I think you might need to rethink that because I have so many nemesis-sisters. You're like probably not even top 5.
Well, I would be your brother.
Well, that doesn't really work, does it?
Your broponent.
Nice.
There you
okay. Go. Very good.
That works.
A bronant? I think it's better.
What? Bronant?
A bronant.
Anyway, yes. Yeah,
anyway, Matthew, I'm aware that you've been at breakfast, and from your manner, I'm like, has this been a boozy breakfast?
What? No, I did have French toast, so I have a bit of French toast energy.
Oh, okay. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Like,
I was afraid I ate too much. And I was like, I'm going to be all logy during the record, but I think I'm all
you're
right.
food drunk. I see.
We'll see how I do by the end.
Not been on the mimosas.
No.
Yeah, I'm all right. I basically, well, actually, I say I'm all right. I'm pretty crummy, but that's just my reality now, so that's fine. Mm-hmm. I'm like, 4 out of 10 is my baseline, or a good day, I guess. So. Yeah. I had a fairly good night's sleep, so that was good.
That's good.
And I'm ready to do some hilarity.
Does that count as your miraculous thing, or have you experienced anything miraculous or done anything saintly lately?
I experienced a miracle of my best friend finally realized that I did not want to do research anymore and has hired a researcher for this podcast. And that's why I love him so much.
Whatever.
So yeah, listeners, you may notice a marked increase in the quality of our content from here on in because we have an official paid researcher. Shout out to Kat. She is excellent and an expert in the field. Like she's also done a theology degree, but actually paid attention.
She has a master's.
Oh,
she may get a doctorate. Yeah.
Oh, okay. There we go. Way more qualified than I am. But sadly, it does mean you've got to think of more epithets for me because I'm no longer chief researcher.
You're still senior researcher. You just don't.
Oh, okay.
But
that's very generous of you. I thought you'd demote me to junior research assistant or something.
Maybe you're researcher emeritus.
Nice. That sounds prestigious.
You still do some research.
Yeah, so that was pretty miraculous because now we just miraculously have a podcast ready to go without me having to have done anything. So that's very nice.
That's good for you. I don't know. I actually don't know if she wants. I didn't ask if she wants us to say who she is on the podcast.
Oh, okay. Well, you can just cut that out if.
Well, we didn't say
needed.
who she was. We used a nickname.
I said, well, sure.
People, it doesn't matter if you say it again now because people can just rewind and hear what you said. But I don't know. But we got a researcher. I'll see how she wants to be.
This is the Ain't Data Protecting podcast where we just name people who we haven't asked if they want to be named.
Right. Exactly. Anyways, but we got a researcher, so I don't know. I can't imagine that it'll be that big of an improvement over the quality job that our dear colleague Anna has been doing.
Wow,
but,
dripping with sarcasm there.
It does help. It does help, I think, with her 4 out of 10 energy.
Yeah.
You're giving it your whole 40%.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is I haven't spent the energy on the research, so I'm here. I'm here and I'm enthusiastic, and that's not always the case. So
yeah, you don't know how many times I just force Anna to do these records. I hope people enjoy this content.
How about you? Have you done anything saintly or had anything miraculous happen to you recently?
You heard of this Jesus guy. You know how Jesus had the loaves and the fishes and then miraculously, or maybe this is more like the Hanukkah story where they only had enough oil for one night and it lasted for 8 nighs. I don't know. It's much in the same way. My parents' visit to me has miraculously been extended from 3 weeks to 4.
Excellent.
Because their flight was canceled due to Hurricane Ian.
Oh, yeah. Because
they live in Florida, and so they shut down the Orlando airport the day they were supposed to fly out. Mm-hmm. So their trip was extended a week, and so they're staying with us.
So the miracle is you getting to spend more time with your parents.
Yeah, it's a miracle. I don't know. It's fine. I like having them visit. It's great for them to come visit. It's great for them to see Tavish. It's great for Tavish to see them. It's really good. I felt bad for them because they, how it is when you're on vacation for a long time. You just want to go home after a while and just be in your own bed. Definitely. I feel bad for them, and I also feel kind of bad for me because I had a bit of a breakdown the other day. I just was just like, I just want. It's as much as you like him, it's like you want your own space back eventually.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, for sure. Well,
Yeah,
so
so
it sounds like the miracle on the one hand is they are here, but the saintly thing on the other is that you are tolerating them.
Perhaps it's not that bad to have them here. It really isn't. I quite enjoy it, and
I find it odd that I've known you for like 6 years and I've still never met your parents.
Really? Pretty sure you've met my parents.
No. They comment on my photos sometimes when they have you or Tavish or Alice in them, but that's the extent of our acquaintance.
No, well, yeah, they're nice people. I don't know if you're not busy this week, you can swing by.
Oh, thank you for the warm invitation that is completely non-specific.
They come by once a year. They're here once a year. I'm surprised you haven't seen them. But whatever. It's hard to get you to leave the house.
That's true. You could bring them here.
I guess I could.
Just really confuse my neighbors again.
Yeah, I could take them to that park near your house.
It is a great park.
Maybe we'll go by there tomorrow. What are you doing tomorrow?
I'm visiting a friend's baby tomorrow.
Oh, you're
I won't
busy
be
now.
in.
Oh,
yeah,
I see.
I'm making friends with another baby. Sorry, Tavish.
What?
But this baby lives in America, so Tavish is still obviously number one.
Is this another American baby?
Baby friend. Yeah. Tavish is not an American baby. Tavish is a Scottish baby.
That kid's an American baby. That's why he's so big. That's how they grow him out there. Got that solid Midwestern stock.
We give him a Big Mac every morning.
He does. Anyways, Anna.
Yes.
Today is October 2nd, 2022. Who is today's saint?
Today's saint is the saint of 2 days' time, 4th of October. And it's a big one. I'm really excited because it is Francis of Assisi.
Ooh.
If you've heard of him, right?
Yeah, Franky Aces. Well, Franky Aces, we love that guy.
Okay. I'm sure we've had saints before who have been Franciscans.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is the guy who started it all.
Oh, he's the original. He's the OG Franciscan.
Exactly.
So
we're hearing like an origin story, really.
Oh, this is exciting.
For a lot of our other episodes.
So I'm excited. So he started the Franciscan order?
Mm-hmm.
Or just named for him? Or let's get into that. Let's start off.
We will. Yeah.
Let's start at the start. When is this? Who is this? What? Where am I? What?
Well, quite. So, Francis was born 1181 in Assisi, which is in Italy, as you probably guessed. So, we're going to have a lot of very accurate pronunciation in this episode.
Always. Yeah. Shout out so much love and affection to the Italian people. Good luck with your neo-fascist government.
Yeah, this is for you.
Our thoughts and prayers are with you in the hopes that, like many Italian governments, it only lasts a couple weeks.
I mean, who knows? Even by the time this goes out tomorrow, could be.
Yeah. Fingers crossed, right?
I mean, you say that, right? Like, will we be able to broadcast this tomorrow? Like, will the pound be worth enough to, like, still cover our software hire or whatever? We'll find out.
Know. The great thing is I've got a bunch of money in an American bank account, so...
Oh, that is smart. When you say a bunch of money, do you have, like, $10? But it's going to be, like, £1 million?
Yeah, but I'm buying a second house. It's going to be great.
That's miraculous for you. You're like one of those Wall Street or like Citibank speculators. You're doing great out of this financial crisis.
Yeah. It couldn't be better timing for me because my Uncle Joe's canceling all my student loan debt next month, and then I got all this free money in my bank account that's just been sitting there that was basically earmarked to pay student loan. So now I can transfer it over here.
Oh man. Yeah, you're very privileged to have a non-fascist president. I mean, I guess you did get quite a bad one for a while. So.
Hey, don't pretend like we didn't suffer. So there's some bad
You've
precedents.
earned this. You've earned this, generous uncle. So, anyway, talking of wealth, Francis's dad was a cloth merchant named Pietro de Bernardone, and his mother was a French noblewoman, Pica.
Pica.
Yeah.
She often would shock people with electricity.
Her best friend was called Ash.
She lived in a tiny red and white ball, and no, different. Do we know what kind of cloth he merchantiled, or was it all just kind of like just any cloth, or was he just like specifically like silk? He sounds like a fancy guy.
I haven't been on his Etsy. I don't know if he had a range or if it was just silk or linen or.
But never burlap or corduroy. Those are for the peasants. Denim, wouldn't touch it.
Wouldn't it be ironic if he made hair shirt material?
Oh my gosh.
He was just a weaver of hair.
Is that why it became so popular? It's just like
church. Yeah.
He got his son to like, hey, can you push the hair shirts? Son, I got a warehouse full of hair shirts. They're just getting dusty. Here's what I want you to do.
I got them for a real massive discount, and I thought this was a really good investment, and now I'm stuck with all these hair shirts.
I thought the kids were gonna love the hair shirts. I was told.
Oh god. So yeah, that's why Francis had to fan this order to just get rid of all the hair shirts.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
It's the perfect crime.
So yes, I don't know what kind of cloth, but he was obviously doing well. His mother baptized him Giovanni while his father was away on a business trip. But Pietro...
Baller move.
Yeah, that's it leaves open the question of his actual parentage a bit there, doesn't it?
Mm.
But Pietro took to calling him Francisco, perhaps because of his interest in France, which is just great. Like, I think, more kids should be named after their parents' favourite place.
Right. Yeah. What would you name your kid then?
Trinidad.
Okay. Little Trinidad Domini.
Yeah, there you go.
That's, yeah.
It would definitely just sound like cultural appropriation. Like, I once met someone, I was doing a comedy debate at the Cambridge Union, which is it's like the Cambridge version of the Oxford Union, as you might imagine.
Okay.
So, like, all the worst people are there. And I sat next to someone at dinner, and I was like, what's your name? And she was like, Asia. She was blonde and English. And it was just like,
right.
Wow, that is the most colonial name I've ever heard.
Alice used to rent a house from a lady named India. Actually, she's the mayor of Knoxville now.
Wow,
but anyway.
Look at you with your connections.
No. We weren't really connected.
Landlords have all the power. That's the thing.
Yeah, well, we didn't. Well, Alice was like house sitting for them because they were like in somewhere in Europe.
God, you've done a lot of house sitting. You've really played this property market, like, not paying market rents.
Yeah, well, it helps to be connected as I am. I'm not connected.
No.
It's more Alice. Alice is connected somehow. She keeps getting these gigs.
It's funny because, like, so she's the high achiever, but I would not say you're a trophy husband.
Oh, no.
And I mean that very much as an insult.
Yeah, because I'm no prize. I get it. Yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah, Alice is always like, she's the one, so she was house sitting like this beautiful old Victorian home. And when we met, and at the same time, I was living in a garage because I had just gotten divorced.
I had never heard of the story of how you met. That is such a beautiful romantic reason for you two getting together.
Well, thankfully we didn't meet in my spider-infested garage, because then I think that...
all of this might not have happened.
Yeah.
This podcast wouldn't be here because presumably you wouldn't have moved to the UK.
Possibly. Though I was, speaking of guys who were like in love with other countries, I used to be a big Anglophile.
And now you live here.
And now I live here.
This isn't so good.
I was like, yeah, so it's like, be careful what you wish for, folks. Anyways, so he loved France.
A lot of morality tales in here. Yeah, Pietro loved France. He had a French wife.
Right.
Who was a noble woman. So much like Alice, I think Pica was punching down.
Mm-hmm.
Or Pietro, much like you, Pietro was punching above his weight because he was just a merchant, middle class, whereas she was fancy.
Maybe he had a really good personality and was like a really nice person.
I mean, he couldn't even think of a good name for his kid.
Maybe he's got attributes that don't really show up on paper, on like a resume or whatever, or on a tax form.
Are you saying that Catholic records would not have told us that he had a big dick?
I'm not saying no.
I'm not saying that, but I'm not saying that.
I'm not saying not that, but anyways.
Growing up in a wealthy family, Francis lived a life of luxury. He enjoyed sports and troubadour music. Just like your typical teenager. Just
rocking out the troubadour music every day. What is it just like a wandering minstrel? Is that troubadour music? Is like a guy in tights
should we
got like a hat, like a pointy hat with a feather in it, like that?
We probably can't play any for copyright reasons, but we could find a link and include that in our publicity.
I imagine any troubadour music is probably in the public domain
out
at this
of copyright. Yeah, but as in a recording of people playing it.
Yeah, whatever.
Because this counts as a commercial enterprise, even though we lose money on it, which seems unfair.
We're officially losing money now that we have paid.
So So how many more Patreons do we need to?
I don't know. We lost one over the summer. So.
Oh what? Oh no, guys, the Patreon's really good. I mean.
Wow, way to sell it.
Well. Yeah, we're running a special promotion where if you subscribe this month, I will send you a theological postcard that you can frame or send to someone. And I've only got a limited number. I've got about 10. So sign up.
Okay, yeah.
And when you do, make sure to give Matthew your postal address so that I can actually do that.
Sure. What were we talking about?
Troubadour music.
Oh, yeah, troubadour music. So he spent his days playing sports, listening to troubadour music.
Which made him the perfect material to become a soldier.
Woo!
In 1202, he went to war in Perugia, where he was held prisoner for almost a year. So he was not very good.
Not very good at it then. Just immediately got in there and then immediately got. It can happen to the best of us.
Yeah. I mean, at least he wasn't a draft dodger, so that's something. He was released from, I guess, prisoner of war camp due to illness. You're a useless bargaining chip because you're sickly.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, this guy's more trouble than he's worth. Just send him back.
The upkeep on this
Actually, he'd be a bigger drain on our enemies if he's with them than with us.
Yeah, wow, that must do wonders for the self-esteem.
Yeah, what was this war about? Did you get any intel on what this?
I did not.
Just general Italian war for no good reason?
You know how it is in the Middle Ages when you need something to do, just go to war.
You go to war. It's like you either go to war or you get a ship and you just sail towards the horizon and see what the fuck's over there. That's it. Those are your two options. Or you stay at home and write troubadour music. That's it.
There we
go. That's what you can do.
Plus, he needed to go to war so he could have material for his music, Like, you've got to live a little first, right?
Wait, is he making the music or is he just enjoying the music?
Good point. I think he's just enjoying it.
Oh, okay.
I cannot find what the war was about, I'm afraid.
Oh, yeah. It's probably just one of those warring states, just war for no good reason, whatever. Bits of territory. And, when I say war, like, what is it good for?
What is it good for?
Absolutely nothing.
Troubadour music.
Yeah. Gets the kids out of the house.
Anyway, the illness caused him to reevaluate his life, and in 1205 he set off for Apulia to join the papal forces against the Emperor Frederick II.
So he joined a papal army?
Yeah.
It's all this meaningless violence I see now, it was all wrong. What I need is meaningful violence.
Yeah.
Deeply spiritual violence is the key here.
Exactly. However, on his journey, he had a vision that told him to return to Assisi and await the call to a new kind of knighthood.
So he still gets to be a soldier.
Yeah, but a soldier for Christ. I like how God is, tailoring his recruitment propaganda to Francis's hobbies and interests.
Right, that's how they get you,
If you can fix a skateboard, you can fix a nuclear warhead, as the advert goes.
Wait, you skipped some steps there. Nope, it's pretty simple.
It's not rocket science. I mean, I guess it actually is, but never mind.
The rocket science, but the warhead part's pretty dumb.
Just big thing go boom.
Yeah.
When he returned to Assisi, he'd lost interest in worldly things and dedicated himself to a life of solitude and prayer. On a pilgrimage...
Hey, Frank! There's a great troubadour playing down in the square.
I care not for that anymore. I just want solitude and prayer.
Come on, man. Hey, we're going to go play soccer and watch the troubadours. Come on.
I like how that's a multitask that you can do.
Yeah, it's great.
I once went to a leisure centre where they were playing like disco tunes while I swam. That was pretty good. That was like sport and music at the same time. It did mean that I swam in quite a weird rhythm though, because I was like dance swimming.
Okay. The problem with that is you can only do one dance. The swim.
Yeah, because if you try and do big fish, little fish, cardboard box in the deep end, you just start to sink.
Yeah.
So yeah, on a pilgrimage to Rome, he joined the beggars at St. Peter's Basilica.
Oh.
And according to his first biographer, called Thomas of Celano, he had a second vision at the ruined chapel of San Damiano. The crucifix above the altar spoke and told him, "Go, Francis, repair my house, which, as you see, is well nigh in ruins."
So,
talking crucifix?
Crossy the talking crucifix.
I smell a merchandising opportunity here.
Exactly. I think this is another situation where there's just a priest who hides behind the cross. Like, fix the church!
Yeah, they'd heard he was rich.
I'm a talking crucifix. And, it doesn't work every time, but like 1 time out of 10.
This guy is just like a rich jock, and he fell for it.
It's like, hey, there's another Mark coming. Do the talking crucifix bit. See if we can get some cash out of this kid.
Yeah, they got a big one here, because he was rich and sufficiently gullible.
Mm-hmm.
Francis took the message literally and sold some of his father's cloth to restore the church. Mm-hmm. I mean, at least he didn't try and fix it with the cloth. That would have been...
It's like made the church into a giant tent.
However, the priest at San Damiano refused to take the money, so Francis threw it out of the window.
Wait, no. You can do other things with the money.
No, this is useless now. It was a one-time money thing.
Oh.
I told people that it was sold for the church. The church don't want it. It's useless now.
Meanwhile, like there were a bunch of beggars nearby. Like they said, like he was like, oh, he went to St. Peter's Basilica to the beggars, and then he found this rundown church nearby.
Maybe the beggars were colluding with the priest who was hiding behind the crucifix, and they were like, can you tell Francis to fix the church? We'll stand under the window. Then when you don't want the money, he'll throw it out the window and we'll get it.
Right. But then he threw it out the wrong window and it all flew away.
You think they had paper money? I was thinking it would be like a bag of gold.
Oh, maybe. So he threw it out the window and killed somebody.
It's like that episode of The Simpsons where Mr. Burns is trying to be really generous and he throws coins out and one of them gets stuck in Lenny's head.
Yeah. Take it out. Take it out.
Yeah.
Put it back. Put it back.
Yeah. It was just like that.
It just seems so. Francis was just like, well, if you don't want the money, I guess I'll just take it and burn it in this hobo barrel here. Okay, so this is classic rich kid stuff.
Yeah, you do a philanthropy, and yeah, you don't actually appreciate the nuances of the issue. You just think you can literally throw money at it, or in this case, out the window.
Okay, so his first attempt at doing nice things for the church, that failed.
Somewhat,
and then what did he do?
Well, Francis's father was angry with him for stealing the cloth. Twist.
Yeah.
That was how he got the cloth, and brought him before the civil authorities.
But Dad, I sold the cloth to give it to the church, but the church didn't even want the money. It's like, oh, so you have the money. Oh, no, I threw that shit out the window.
I think, he was probably upset that Francis clearly didn't have a very good head for business.
No. That kid's not going to take over the cloth trade.
No, and so therefore he's not going to be very good at selling all those hair shirts after all.
So his dad had him arrested.
He had him brought before the authorities, yeah. Including, Francis refused to answer the summons.
Okay.
And so then his father called him before the Bishop of Assisi.
Uh-huh.
But before any accusations were made, Francis took off his clothes and gave him to his father as repayment.
Not.
I feel like that could have been settled out of court.
Yeah, exactly. Is this what you want? Is this what you want? No.
I wonder if, he just wanted to reveal that he was similarly well endowed to his dad, as we established earlier.
That is your fan fiction. And it feels like, I stole this cloth. Here's my clothes. It's like, you stole multiple bolts of just cloth. Not one garment.
That's been, dragged around the streets of Rome while you were begging.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, you don't understand. You have no idea what anything's worth or the barter value.
Hey, it's a banana. What can it cost? $10?
Yeah, exactly.
Completely naked, he reportedly said, "Until now, I have called you my father on earth. But henceforth, I can truly say, Our Father, who art in heaven."
Okay.
What a way to reject your dad.
It's a real bold statement. I'll say that. It does.
He's clearly shown he's learnt the hits. Yeah. Because that is a banger.
Talking about he's like I'm born again. I'm naked as the day I was born.
The first time.
Yeah, the first time. Now, he misunderstood what born again meant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He tried to climb back into his
cover myself in blood and amniotic fluid.
Frank, you really don't need to do that. Please stop.
None of this is necessary.
The bishop gave Francis a cloak to cover himself, and he left Assisi to live in the woods of Mount Sabazio above the city.
The bishop was like, this is a church. Dude, you... What? None of this makes sense.
I don't think you've been reading the Bible very closely.
Listen, from a business standpoint, from a religious standpoint, from just a societal standpoint, none of this is making any sense. Please put this cloak on.
Francis renounced worldly goods and family ties to live a life of poverty. He begged for bricks to repair the church, which he rebuilt himself by hand. I feel like this is
spare a brick, sir. Sir, do you have a spare brick on you, please?
To be fair, snooty people passing by couldn't be like, well, he's only going to spend it on drugs,
He's just going to spend it on construction material. I know you. I know your type.
But again, it's kind of dumb, right? Because it's like, well, instead of renouncing the worldly goods and just getting bricks off random people on the street, right. Could you not have hung around for a bit, waited it out, inherited some actual money? Would have been a bit more productive, I think.
Perhaps if he asked his father for money,
Well, I mean, to be fair, what do we know? We're not a really famous saint, so...
I mean, yeah, it seems to have worked out for him in the end, but it seems like it's a roundabout way to do things.
Yeah.
Also, is this saying, like, in order to be a good Christian, you have to, like, completely cut off ties to your family?
Well,
Like,
I think the passage that is often ignored by a lot of Christians, that it's easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of God.
Yeah.
I think maybe he was, like, trying to go so far the opposite direction of where he'd come from.
right.
And, like, you know, renounce it to...
Where's his mother during all this?
I don't know, probably having sex with a man called Giovanni. She's a noble woman. She can do what she wants.
Yeah, she's just hanging out. What happened to that kid I had all these years ago? Oh, well, another tea party.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I don't know if he had, like, siblings or, you know, how big his family was. Maybe there were enough of them to distract her.
Perhaps.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I imagine that's how parenthood work.
Yeah.
So he went on to restore several chapels in the area surrounding Assisi. And one day he heard a sermon on a passage from the Gospel according to Matthew, in which the apostles were called to give up their worldly possessions. Oh yeah, shout out to Freda. Yeah. According to Thomas of Solano, his biographer, this was a turning point for Francis. He declared, "This is what I wish, this is what I'm seeking. This is what I want to do from the bottom of my heart."
This sounds like lyrics to a troubadour song. Number one. But also, like, wait, didn't he already do this?
Yeah, but clearly he was like, I gotta try again.
Oh, but he's already just living in the woods with presumably just a cloak, as far as I know. And
yeah, but somehow he'd acquired a stick and some shoes, right?
Yeah, okay.
So,
and a bunch of bricks.
Yeah, so this was too many possessions. He removed his shoes, discarded his staff, and put on a rough tunic, aka... a hair shirt.
A mean tunic? Is this a knee-length tunic that's good for hunting, like Artemis?
Oh, Matt, no one's going to know that reference because we only have 2 Patreon subscribers.
Right, well, let's find out on our Patreon. Anyways.
So he put on a rough tunic, also known as a...
hair shirt. Yeah.
And began to preach repentance.
Okay. To who? To himself? For himself? Was he repenting?
No, I think he was preaching repentance to other people.
Oh, I see.
As a layperson, he didn't have license to actually preach, but he soon attracted followers among the townspeople.
Mm-hmm. Wait, so he's never taken any orders at this point?
No.
Oh, well, why doesn't he do that? That seems like that would be a good use of his time and in his interest. Like,
well,
he seems...
as we established last time, I think, you know, you got to have a bit of academic prowess for that at this time. Because our friend of 2 weeks ago tried that and it didn't really work for him.
Joseph Cupertino?
Yeah.
But then, okay. Yeah, I guess he doesn't seem very bright. Francis of Assisi so far. He's not really impressing me with his mental acumen.
Well, maybe that is all about to change.
Yeah. Oh, good.
So he started to attract followers, and in 1209 he produced a rule for his disciples, or friars. Mm-hmm. He then led a group of 12 disciples to Rome to seek the authority of Pope Innocent III.
Heard this one before.
This demonstrated his recognition of papal authority and saved his order from the fate of the Waldensians, who had been declared heretics late in the previous century. So basically he's starting his own order, but he went through the proper channel to do so.
Oh, I see.
Even though he didn't have a license for himself.
So, yeah, unlike those Waldensians who...
Yeah, so it's like if you build it, they will come, I guess.
Right. If you build it with the Pope's approval, then they will come.
And then you won't be...
excommunicated.
Have your tongue cut out or whatever they do to heretics. At first, Innocent was suspicious of the Franciscans, but following a dream in which he saw Francis holding up the church of San Giovanni in Laterano, he approved the Franciscan rule of life, marking the official foundation of Franciscan order.
This guy's so strong, he can lift up a whole church.
Yeah, I feel like all the symbolism in visions and stuff so far is being taken really literally. Fix my church. Okay, give me some bricks. I think you may have missed the point there, buddy.
Like, the church is not like a physical... I mean, there are physical churches, but, like, it's not... Okay, all right, hold on a second. Let me figure out where you're starting from. Okay, so, like, the church is the thing, the spiritual entity.
No, it's over there. It's a building.
But no, yes, that's a real place, right? That is a church. But the church... You know, let me write some of this down for you. Let's get a diagram.
I can't read.
How about some pictures? Anyways, so
the Franciscan order were street preachers with no possessions. And they spread out from Umbria to the rest of Italy, attempting to imitate Christ's way of life more closely than any other order.
Okay.
So, you know, that's not as hypocritical as some orders, I guess.
Yeah, they're out there multiplying fish, yelling at fruit trees, flipping over tables. They're doing the whole business.
The Lord's work.
Yeah, hanging out with sex workers.
Just, you know, normal Italy stuff.
Yeah, normal Italian stuff.
They also had a deep respect for priests who handled the Eucharist. Francis was known for his love of nature. He believed that the natural world was the mirror of God. He called all creatures his brothers and sisters, and according to biographers, he did a famous sermon to birds.
Okay.
Preaching to the birds.
What do you tell the birds? Did he do it like tweet, 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 tweet,
yeah,
tweet,
we
tweet,
don't know what he actually said because it was all like
Jesus.
Let me see if I can find anything about what was in the sermon.
Was he just like yelling at some birds? Like they were just like in his garden.
They actually just started attacking him, and people thought he was like preaching to them.
Oh, how holy! Look at that guy.
Okay, well here's a little story. So the Sermon of the Birds came out of a collection of legends and folklore that kind of sprang up after his death that were called the Fioretti, which means little flowers. And so one of these describes how he was travelling along and they happened upon a place in the road where birds filled the trees on either side. Francis told his companions to wait for me while I go to preach to my sisters, the birds, which is why that's what people from Essex call women now, I guess.
It sounds like he was like, oh, there's birds in the trees, and he's like, I gotta go preach to the birds, which is like, oh, that's just his code for having to use the bathroom.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna go behind this tree here and preach to the birds, if you know what I'm saying.
If you know what I mean, yeah. The birds surrounded him, intrigued by the power of his voice, and not one of them flew away. He's often portrayed with a bird, typically in his hand.
Oh, I'm glad he wasn't surrounded like a Hitchcock film. Like he just like, oh my god, came back with just one eye.
So I guess it's like we can't actually know exactly what he said to them.
Oh, okay.
But there are some accounts of it. I could read them to you if you want, but I think we should move on.
Let's move on. It's like, hey, what happens? That's between me and the birds, right? That's not for you.
Me and
know
my bird sisters.
Yeah.
He's also said to have persuaded a wolf to stop attacking the people of the town of Gubbio and their livestock on the condition that the townspeople would agree to feed the wolves.
They invented dogs.
Yeah, he domesticated the wolf.
Yeah.
He extended this love of nature even to his own bodily afflictions. He had a number of long and painful illnesses that he called his sisters. Which, I mean, that sounds nice and empathetic, but actually also misogynistic.
Yeah, I was going to say, this does not sound good at all. Like, none of that sounds good. A debilitating, crippling malady.
AKA my wife.
My sister, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But also like, you know, I got this bitch of a cold, you know.
Exactly, yeah. None of this is to feminize your
holy. Yeah.
Yeah.
He should have called them his brothers, damn it.
His illnesses. Yeah, at least his brothers and sisters, right? At least kind of even it out.
Yeah,
you know.
equal siblings, in fact. In 1212, Francis organised an order for women, which came to be known as the Poor Clares. Remember them?
Oh, the Poor Clares. Oh, there's no poor, those Poor Clares. Oh, we're so sad for those Clares. Oh, those Clares, they're so sad and poor. Oh, poor Clares.
Are you done?
Yes.
You done?
I just think Poor Clares is the funniest phrase ever.
We
ran into the Poor Clares like a month ago.
A month ago.
Yeah.
Was it Rose of Viterbo?
That's who it was.
Who was rejected for being too poor.
Too poor.
So clearly, without his influence, these Poor Clares got a bit ahead of themselves.
See here, they started out as Poor Clares, and they were
maybe they had better entrepreneurial acumen than Francis himself did, so they swiftly became the social climbing Clares.
Yeah. By the time they got around to Rose of Viterbo, they like totally lost their way.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
Well, he gave a religious habit similar to his own to a noble woman later known as Saint Clare of Assisi, and gave her and a few companions accommodation in the church of San Damiano, where they were joined by the women of Assisi. For those who could not leave their families and homes, he formed the Third Order of the Brothers and Sisters of Penance, who carried out principles of Franciscan life without withdrawing from the world or taking religious vows. So he's making monastic life accessible to all.
Okay. So like he's trying to get all the women of Assisi to join. Wait, I'm confused. What's he trying to do here?
Well, I guess in his own club, it was only men allowed. So he's starting a new one. It's like the Boy Scouts and the Brownies.
Right, okay.
You're on board now?
I got what you're saying now. Okay, thanks.
But then there was also, the Third Order, which was like a more metaphorical order in a way.
I was going to say, is it for like non-gender or intergender individuals?
I don't think that's what Francis was acknowledging there. I think it was just like, the three genders are men, women, lives with parents.
Oh, okay.
So he founded 3 whole orders, which is,
Right.
more than I have.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I have the 2 orders, but
Despite all this success, he sought to spread his message beyond Italy, and in the
Mhm.
late spring of 1212, he set out for the Holy Lands to preach to the Muslims, but was shipwrecked.
it's probably for the best.
Yeah.
It's like they're not trying to hear that noise, man. You don't need to do that.
He was shipwrecked on the east coast of the Adriatic Sea and had to return. 7
Oh.
years later, he tried again and went to Egypt,
Mhm.
where the Crusaders were besieging Damietta, which is a place, I believe.
Right. So was his plan to, while they're besieging, like just to yell over the
Have you heard the good news?
the endless love of Christ is out here, and also a bunch of arrows, but
He went into the Muslim camp and preached to the Sultan Al-Kamil, who was impressed by him and reportedly gave him permission to visit the sacred places around the Holy Land.
Oh,
However, news of disturbances among the friars in Italy forced Francis to return home.
The disturbance in the friars.
Yeah, it's like, maybe he's not so used to being in war zones, and he remembered that he doesn't actually like it very much. He's like, oh, you know what? More urgent business in Italy.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I remember why I quit being a soldier. It sucks over here.
And also, I suck at it.
Yeah.
Francis prepared a new and more detailed rule to solve the problems caused by his absence. Oh, okay. So basically he went off on his holiday, and the order kind of fell into disrepair, I guess.
Right.
It became disordered. So he had to go back.
So like as soon as the head guy's away, they were like just free for all.
And then so he gets to the war zone and he's like, oh, you know what? I did not think this through and I gotta go home.
Yeah. Number 1, this sucks. Number 2, back home they're doing who knows what. But
I've heard some of them even wear shirts that aren't made of itchy hair.
oh my God.
The scandal. So what he did was he prepared a new and more detailed rule to solve problems caused by his absence, which
Just the one rule?
reiterated rule as in like rule book manual.
I thought this was like, one of those ads you see on a website, like, one weird rule for reforming your monastic order.
Clickbait for monks. The rule reiterated the importance of devotion to poverty and the apostolic life, and introduced greater institutional structure.
So the problem was as he left, they were like, so we can just stop eating just bread crusts. Excellent.
Yeah, it's like when you know how they only put speed cameras in places where there have been a lot of accidents. It's like he had to make very specific rules, like to plug in all the loopholes.
Right.
However, this new set of rules was never officially sanctioned by the Pope.
Uh-oh.
So that's problematic.
The Pope's really micromanaging this order.
Yeah. Well, I think in order, like, it's a big deal, I guess. So
I guess so.
It's like franchising, I guess. Maybe that's where the word franchise comes from Francis. Maybe he's franchising the Catholicism.
Right.
2 years later, he submitted a further revision of the rules to Pope Honorius III, who approved it.
That's a terrible Pope name. And there were 3 of those guys.
Yeah, at least. So once he'd sorted out that bit of bureaucracy, he began to withdraw increasingly from external affairs.
Oh, okay.
In the summer of 1224, he went to the mountain retreat of Laverna near Assisi to celebrate the feast of the Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary on August the 15th, and to prepare for Michaelmas, September the 29th,
yeah,
which just happened, by fasting for 40 days.
How did you celebrate Michaelmas?
I did not fast for 40 days. That's yeah, for
Seems
sure.
like too long to fast.
Yeah. I don't. Maybe we should do a thing on St. Michael another time.
Oh well.
Another episode, a bonus episode, maybe.
Fine.
He prayed that he might know best how to please God. Opening the Gospels for the answer, he found 3 references to the Passion of Christ. While he was praying during the morning feast of the Exaltation of the Cross, on September the 14th, he beheld a figure coming towards him from the heavens. According to the Franciscan Saint Bonaventura, the figure was a seraph with 6 wings nailed to a cross, smiling gently at Francis.
Wait, I'm sorry. The wings. So wait, there were 6 wings nailed to the cross.
It was a seraph with 6 wings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so.
Well, I guess there are nerve endings in wings, aren't there?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Not that just that it's painful. It's also like weirdly awkward, and then also how are you flying if your wings are nailed to a cross? And
well, exactly, you can't. I guess
you can't. I guess that's why he's falling from heaven. He just
he can't stop his fall. But he was smiling gently.
I don't know. Maybe he'd resigned himself to his fate. He's like, oh man, oh, how'd you get yourself into this mess, buddy? Oh,
maybe.
Classic me.
Like, who's crucifying him in heaven?
Yeah.
That's weird.
That's rough. When you're getting crucified in heaven, that's
Yeah.
it's like, well, then what was the point of heaven?
Francis understood that he would be made like the crucified Christ, not through physical martyrdom, but by following him in his mind and heart.
Oh, okay.
As the vision disappeared, Francis was left with stigmata, the wounds of Christ.
Nice.
But apparently he kept them hidden throughout his life, and one of his followers, Brother Elias, found the wounds and wrote of them in a letter after his death.
Oh.
So
how does he know he had them through his whole life?
That's a good point. I don't know how they knew about the vision.
Oh, this explains all those bloody gloves. Oh, yeah. All right.
I'm gonna be like Christ, I swear. That's what he meant. He was very cryptic like that.
Yeah. It's nice that he's also like ruled out physical martyrdom. He's like I'm gonna be like Christ, not in the dying bit. That bit, no, not so much that, but the other things. Anyway.
Yeah, do you reckon, like, after this point he was like, oh, well, fasting, that's part of physical martyrdom, so I guess I don't have to do it.
Exactly.
Well, he only lived for 2 more years after this, in constant pain and almost totally blind. I wonder if it was anything to do with the holes in his hands.
I think it was probably the bird attacks that really took his eyes, that really messed up his eyes.
While he was just trying to pee.
Yeah. No, don't peck me there. Sorry.
That's not why it's called a pecker.
Hey, all right.
Thank you. He asked to be buried in the criminal cemetery on the Colle d'Inferno, but his body was instead buried in the Church of St. George in Assisi.
No, he wants to be buried in the cool cemetery with all the bad boys.
with all the gangsters, yeah.
And put Franky Aces. Make sure you put Franky Aces on the tombstone, because I'm real cool.
His alias, yeah. In 1230, his body was taken to the basilica built by Brother Elias, and later he was canonized in 1228 by Pope Gregory IX.
Going through a lot of popes in his lifetime here.
Yeah, well, I guess he was that resilient. So he was born in 1181 and died in 1226. So 45, not a long life, but an eventful one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm about that age, and like I said, I've only founded the 2 orders, and they're mostly cat.
The Order of QED Comedy Lab in Knoxville and the Order of QED Comedy Lab in Oxford. Yeah. Do you only found orders in places that have an X in their name?
Yeah, that's the way I just like to live in places with X's in them. So
fair enough.
Moving
to bring you closer to Jesus, because they look like crosses.
Xylophone City soon. I don't know, whatever.
Excellent. Good job. Surely there must be like Paxos in Greece. There we go.
Oh, there we go. Probably a lot of Chinese places.
Miracles?
There's probably a lot of Chinese cities I could move to.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to hear about some miracles. What do we got miracles?
Well, according to the Golden Legend, several resurrection miracles were attributed to Francis. A mother who lost a child in Apulia had a vision of him.
He drowned in a pool?
No, but she refused to bury the body and called on St. Francis while raising the child up, and he came back to life. Oh. Prayers to St. Francis also resurrected a small boy who had fallen out of a window in Rome.
Like so much money.
Wow. That's how you see small boys, is it? Nice.
Well, I mean, no, because he threw money out the window.
Yes, I know. I was just trying to turn it back on you as a
Do you know what the cash value of this boy is? Can't just be tossing him out the window willy-nilly.
3 churches, yeah.
Do you know how many bricks I could get for this child?
Well, that's why he had to be resurrected, I guess. It was too valuable. A friar called James of Rayton was crossing floodwaters when his ship was pulled down into the water. The other friars on shore prayed to Francis for him, and he was able to swim to the bottom and
Meanwhile, he's being swept away. Throw a rope! Stop praying! Just throw a rope!
Yeah, we've definitely seen this before, where it's like, it was like, I can't remember who it was, but that kid who was choking to death, and it was like, you know what, I'm just going to pray. It's like, maybe you could whack me on the back first?
Yeah, ever try that?
As a result of them praying, he was able to swim to the bottom and bring the boat back up to the top without even getting his clothes damp.
What?
So that's pretty
insane.
Miraculous. Yeah.
Wait, so his boat capsized or whatever.
Yeah.
And he swam to the bottom.
Super strength and water resistance on his legs. And like gills, maybe?
Yeah. It turns out he was Aquaman in disguise.
That's because I guess Francis is all in tune with nature and stuff, so he can help you there when you get caught in a storm. So his bones were rediscovered in 1818. This is now relics. This is about relics.
I get that.
And they were reburied first in an ornate tomb, and then later on in a very simple one in 1932, which I guess is more in tune with what he would have wanted.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it wasn't like, I'm going to live in poverty, but when I die, that'll be some pretty elaborate tomb here. I'm going to need lots of gold, diamonds. All right. To live in poverty is one thing, but you want to die in style. Is what I'm saying.
And he would have to have been shrouded in the finest cloth.
Oh, just the
from his father.
nicest silks.
Yeah.
You finally get rid of that hair shirt in death. I want something comfy on when I'm dead.
It's funny you should say that, because there are 4 tunics in Italy that have been ascribed to Saint Francis, one of which is preserved in Assisi. So we could go find that relic if you want.
There you go. Are there any that are any closer than Italy, or are they all in Italy?
I don't think so.
Come on, the British Museum hasn't stolen a couple? Come on. It's got to be some.
Yeah, no, that's all the relics there are. I mean, I doubt they're really from him. You can't DNA test that.
So wait, because it was like, his relics were discovered, quote unquote. So they're all in the same spot, and then there's some tunics you can see as well.
Yeah, but the best way I found to celebrate St. Francis, which is quite nice, is because of his love of the animals. On the 4th of October, or around then, churches often have a pet blessing ceremony where you can bring your pets to church.
Oh yeah.
So that's where that comes from.
Once took some dogs to get pet blessed.
Did they behave any better?
Nah, but I guess their souls were saved.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine then.
Apparently, yeah, you could take your dogs to get blessed, and then if you had animals that you couldn't bring to the church, you could just bring a photo, and then they would bless the photo. I think I might have taken a picture of my cats.
I feel like they could have saved a lot. They could have saved the cleaner of the church a lot of hassle by just telling everyone to bring their pictures of their pets.
That's probably true. It was outdoors.
That one through. Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah, but did that. That was in Knoxville. I did that.
So, based on all of this, can you guess what Franky's patronages are?
Is he the patron saint of stealing your dad's stuff?
No.
Is he the patron saint of just cloth?
He is the patron saint of needleworkers, but maybe that has more to do with, like, wounding his hands. Who knows?
Is he the patron saint of, like, deciding that war maybe isn't your thing and kind of ditching that? Is he the patron saint of deserters?
Weirdly, he's the patron saint against dying alone, which is kind of the opposite.
Against dying alone. Yeah. And we all die alone.
Not if you got Franky on your side.
Yeah, that's true. France is always there for you when you're dying, but not a second before. Is he the patron saint of protection from bird attacks?
He's the patron saint of ecology. Is that close enough?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I guess ecology does prevent bird attack or attacks on birds. But,
well, that's the thing. If you don't attack the birds, maybe they won't attack you.
But he's the patron saint of, like, peeing behind a tree, right?
Of course, yeah.
Finding a nice tree
against fire.
Same difference, yeah.
So if you pee behind a tree, you can put out a fire.
Yeah, just in case. You never know. You got to keep those trees damp. Keeps them from catching on fire.
I don't know how flammable urine is, though.
It depends on what you've been eating, I think.
And drinking, yeah.
And drinking more. I guess it's more important.
This is the problem: is Francis having fasted for a long time. Maybe his wee was just dust, which wouldn't really help.
Yeesh. Is he patron saint of, what was his lady order?
The Poor Clares.
Is he the patron saint of poor Clares? Oh, there's no poor little Clares.
I mean, probably, but that's not in this list.
I couldn't think. I know he's the patron saint of animals, right?
Yes. Good job. You got one right.
I knew that one. To begin with.
Oh, you had to pretend to be ignorant. I see.
Is he the patron saint of bird feeders? Or
inanimate
bird bats?
objects? No, but he is the patron saint of peace.
Oh, that's nice.
And the hymn "Make Me a Channel of Your Peace," you know that one? It's a pretty big one.
The one that you think of when you make peas?
Yes, very much so. He is said to have written that, although there's no actual concrete evidence.
Someday I hope that when I'm dead, people attribute a lot of good things to me. Just like, hey, you ever hear that book, War and Peace? You know, Matt Shadorn wrote that?
You've got to do just enough cool stuff to inspire people to think that you're responsible for loads of cool stuff.
Right. It's like, hey, Die Hard? Matt Shadorn wrote that. This will be like 1,000 years from now, so nobody will remember who really wrote Die Hard.
Well,
they'll just know
surely
that I'm cool.
If we just say this and keep it in the podcast, then it's it's going to be part of historical evidence. Like,
yeah, there you go.
Put this in a time capsule.
Yeah, because the podcast will preserve, but the author of Die Hard will be lost forever.
Well, exactly. Well, no, because it's you, so it's all good.
It's me. Is he the patron saint of having a real fancy tomb?
No, but he is a patron saint of merchants, Which is ironic because he was not very good at business.
No, he was very bad at business.
Yeah, so that must have been a real slap in the face to his dad.
Yeah, it's like, I worked for 50 years building this cloth business, and this asshole gets to be the patron saint of merchants? Fuck that noise.
Yeah.
Piece of shit.
Yeah. Ironically, though, he's also a patron saint of families, so...
I was going to say, he should be the patron saint of being a terrible son.
Yeah. Hey, there's no such thing, only terrible parents.
Oh, wow. I don't know. I mean, because Francis, he stole from his dad and then threw the money away.
Yeah, but his dad was always away
and then when his dad confronted him about it, justifiably, he stripped his clothes off and was just like, you know what? I'm not even part of this family anymore. You don't respect what I do. It's like, dude, what? I'm just trying to show you a few consequences for your actions. It's like, no.
Yeah, that's true. I guess he was trying to be a bit responsible there.
I'm going to go live in the woods.
But yeah, he was always going away on business trips. Clearly, Franky needed a more caring, constant presence.
It's a real cats in the cradle situation. So what do we got? We got merchants, animals,
ecology,
fires.
Against fire.
Against fires. Ecology.
Not pro.
Peace.
Did you say geese?
Well, geese comes under animals.
It comes under animals. There's a big umbrella.
Peace.
Yeah. Peace, needleworkers, Italy.
The whole place.
Yep.
Oh.
And many churches within Italy and beyond.
But Assisi?
Yes.
Does Assisi still exist?
Good question.
One of these days we should really learn something about Italy.
Well, we know that Francis came from there.
Yeah, well, runs the place.
Assisi. Well, his basilica is still there.
Well, that's what counts.
I think.
Anyways.
Yeah, it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Nice.
So there you go. It is still a place.
Okay. Those are pretty good patrons. Any others?
He's patron of a ton of churches as well.
Yeah.
So some pretty big ones. And fairly, as you say, you could expand out the animal category to cover all manner of things. So, that's really like thousands of things.
Is it the patron saint of San Francisco?
Probably. Or maybe they're just named after him.
Different Francis.
I know Oscar Wilde thought that Saint Francis was the only true Christian since Christ.
Oh, okay.
Because, so many Christians don't actually follow Christianity that closely when it is inconvenient for them.
Yeah. Or bother to talk to that many birds. I think that's a really damning thing, is that most Christians just don't take the time to make friends with their bird brethren.
Both in the literal and the metaphorical sense of women, because a lot of Christians are not very good about women.
Both true.
It's just so San Francisco was named for him.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's if it's officially,
It's a pretty godless city anyway, so...
Well, I've never been. I can't cast aspersion.
Oh, yeah, it's real. You can do some dirty stuff there.
Okay, cool.
Actually, maybe not these days.
Yes, he is the patron of San Francisco. He is also the patron saint of New Jersey.
Hey, whoop, 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 whoop.
A lot of connection to you.
Oh, Franky Aces.
Your bestie. He's joint patron saint of Italy along with Catherine of Siena.
Oh, yeah.
Have we talked about her?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Maybe someday.
Yeah. And he is also recognised outside of Catholicism.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, like pet blessings happen.
Oh, just like out on the street, or people recognize
like, it's Franky.
Are you Francis of Assisi? Oh my god. It's crazy.
I've heard of you.
Are you one of those many Francis of Assisi imitators you see like in Times Square? Well, Anna, do you think you'd ever have Francis of Assisi intercede for you?
Well, I don't have a great relationship with my dad.
Mm-hmm. Because of all the times you stole his merchandise.
Yeah.
And sold it just to throw that money out the window.
Yeah, that's one of my main hobbies, actually. So, yeah, I guess we got that in common. Also, we're increasingly getting heat waves in this country, and so I can really relate to just wanting to take off all your clothes.
Right.
But yeah, like, as I said, he's regarded as pretty sincere in his faith, which is something that I think is important because, yeah, I do think that a lot of the time Christians can be particularly heinous hypocrites. Like, we're all hypocrites, but like it's even more hypocritical if you're, lording it over people and pretending to be really sacred and godly while being a dick, So I think he was like against that kind of attitude.
Right.
So I respect that. If I ever if I ever am attacked by birds
Right.
and need to channel that energy of
Or
making
wolves.
them my sisters. Or wolves. Actually, that more likely? I don't know. We do actually live in an area with a lot of red kites. So,
That's
like,
true.
if I was small enough, I'd be very vulnerable to being attacked by those birds.
I've been attacked by some small birds, but, not fatally, but
Well,
obviously.
clearly.
Yeah.
Unless you had a miracle.
I mean, I was never seriously injured, I should say. But I mean, the thing is, like, the odds of running into a wolf are less.
But
the
then
odds
the
of being,
consequences.
but then if
bigger,
you do,
yeah.
it's complicated. Yeah, I feel like I would like a better relationship with animals.
Oh, that's nice.
I just, sometimes you just want to pet animals, or like you just don't want them to run away. Like the other day, there was a muntjac in my yard, and
Cool.
When I opened the door, it ran away, and I was like, "You don't need to run from me, muntjac.
I'm
cool."
your brother and sister.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, in the park near my house, we often see bunnies, and by the time I get my phone out, they've run away. Sad.
And by the time you get your hammer, they don't know.
Oh my gosh! No, I just want to capture them metaphorically on my camera.
Oh yeah. All right.
Not actually.
I get that about you.
Rabbit is a delicious alternative chicken, but
it's like you only want to catch them in a camera. But if you did lay down in the field and they all wanted to kind of like jump all over you and snuggle with you, that's also cool too.
Also cool.
Yeah.
Definitely. So yeah, I think Francis. It's quite a nice name as well. Actually, I like Francis. Frank. You can do a lot with it.
Yeah, Francis.
Franky Aces.
I mean, yeah, and it's named after his dad's favorite place.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like, should his dad really have expected him to have a good relationship with him when he just refused to call him by his original name?
Right, that's a good point too. Childhood nickname that stuck. He's like, I always wanted to be Giovanni, and now
maybe he was. Maybe it was like a Jekyll and Hyde situation, and there's a whole other like anti-Saint Giovanni who's had a much more dark and salacious life.
Possibly. I guess we'll never know. Well, unless the secret diary of Saint Francis becomes discovered, quote unquote.
Oh, I think Matthew's just come up with a new writing project for himself there.
That's all right. Well, hopefully I won't have to write it, but it will be attributed to me one day.
Very good.
Anna, thank you so much for bringing me the tale of this pious and godly saint. An all around pretty good fella.
Was that a deliberate good fellas? No.
Oh no. No, that's good though.
Is it? Are you trying to get sponsorship from the pizza brand or something?
No.
So we haven't sullied the name of Italy enough.
But Anna, thanks so much for all your great research reading.
I don't think I can say you're welcome anymore because I can't take credit for that.
Yeah.
But you're welcome for me lending my dulcet tone to this, and have a blessed day.
Thanks. You too. Bye.
Bye.